try to. Well, that's only 4 though, so I'd probably open priest silver
Well, you
at
have
that
Baker
point.
token.
Oh, that's right. I've got the kingdom enlarged, so. Well, hmm. In that case, oh, and junk dealer. Um, so yeah, maybe junk dealer warehouse.
What's the goal on this board?
Um, like I'm trying to decide between. I don't because there's not really a village. I think you probably can't get more than a single province per turn.
At least very
So
expensive to do so, yes.
yeah, which I feel like that would be very slow. So probably since you have the Baker token, you probably will only play junk dealer. So that means you play with barge as your terminal, pick up band stability on another 5 once you send down and just go mostly money. Like if you hit 7
Yeah.
and only won by
So
reap,
if you're playing essentially money essentially to single province, what's your terminal? Because clearly there's only one
bar,
terminal.
barge.
Barch. Okay, so what duration Barch, I assume? Yeah.
So that one, yeah.
Alright, so price point wise, how important is hitting a 5 here, in your
Oh well, the
opinion?
nice thing is the nice thing is basically you can hit 5, right? And the you mean after the openings on turns 3 and 4?
Yeah, like the opening
Um.
should ask itself how important is it that I hit 5 again or for the first time? Doesn't really matter which.
Oh. Okay. For the first time, I think it really affects it. I mean, I guess you could probably still get priest or church and then just trash it with chunk dealer later on. Um. I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe 5 that you hit 5. I feel like it's pretty easy to do as well, though.
Well, no, with warehouse junk dealer, it's literally impossible for that open to do it. If you
Oh,
see
I see
both.
what you're saying.
Right,
Yeah.
if you see both, it's literally impossible for you to hit 5. So the question is,
So
do you care about that too much? I mean, you might not. You might just say, okay, I'm getting a priest, and then later I switch it out for barge. You know, you could think that. I don't know. Per-
hmm hmm
Like it does cycle the
Um,
most, but it just doesn't hit price points, which is a trade-off, of course.
so
Um,
maybe junk dealer silver instead. I don't know.
I mean, you could do that. You could do junk dealer church. You could do junk dealer vassal. You could do junk dealer warehouse. I think they're all valuable. It's just important for me that you realize the implications of junk dealer warehouse in this specific case because it means you aren't very good at hitting 5, which I mean isn't clear that that big of a deal. It's just something you should have in mind. That that's the clear
Yeah.
trade-off you're doing with this.
I mean, I guess you may just skip warehouse and say if you want to do warehouse, you just mole something. Like if you don't want to trash or
Well, it's
something.
not like
I
you
don't
can
know.
really go back to a big hand size of the 3 card hand, right? So molding is like maybe after a charge play, but is not really great here, especially because the ambitions aren't very high on this board. Like I'm just looking
Okay.
to probably reap once or twice and get provinces fast.
Okay.
All right, let's play it out.
Um, so I have a 3. I think I want to do the silver now.
So I'm gonna do vassal. I do like opening a money card. Well, a card that gives money, simply because I don't think trashing is all that important, so I don't care that much about getting that many JD plays in because if you go that thin, your deck isn't really able to hold the green, and you will have to do an extended greening phase here, which Church
Yeah.
helps with. But in general, just you want to trash the estates, and then Copper's okay. Okay,
Yeah.
and I
Like I
like
hit
Vassal
6
for the
here.
bit more sifting.
I feel like Vassal's just hit or miss though. I guess you're more used to deck tracking, but like deck tracking is still difficult
Nah, I
for me. So I'm
don't
thinking like,
care about the deck tracking aspect of it. It's just I don't really have a great terminal. I want to play early, and then it cycles a card, and obviously could super high roll.
okay, so I hit 6 here. Should I just go ahead and grab a gold?
So next turn you have either 4 or 3, right? Yeah. So what are you
hmm
buying next turn?
So maybe warehouse next turn.
Okay, with
Or
that in
if I
mind,
hit,
how does that affect your buy now?
so that means I'm going to,
Like you don't have a terminal right yet, right? So this
yeah,
could be like a barge pickup, or it could
it
be a
could be,
band that plays priest, but band isn't that great here, I think.
hmm okay. Well, we can go with barge.
Okay, pretty sad hand. I guess I'm getting the church off though.
Okay. So just go ahead with warehouse, I think, here.
I mean, you do now have a bit weaker trashing than on the church line, and you're not going to be able to do your barge as a now effect, so it's definitely a delayed payoff, but on the turn you do draw with the barge, you get to buy read presumably, which seems like a nice thing to me at least on this board.
Hmm
That's quite a set
So
hand for
now,
you.
yeah, uh, I would think to kind of help correct it, I would get not priest, church here,
So what's
but I don't
happening
know.
next turn?
So I have what junk dealer, estate. How many coppers have I trashed? I have
I don't
a
care
lot.
about the non-coppers, I mostly care about the important cards. There's the warehouse, there's a
Well,
barge, there's a JD, right? I mean, there's also
yeah,
silver, but first of all, I want to care about the things that actually like could draw cards.
yeah.
So what happens is, ideally, you play your junk dealer first, and then the warehouse triggers the shuffle, right?
hmm
But that might not happen, right? You might just only see the warehouse, and then the warehouse plays, and then you can't play the JD because the shuffle is awful.
And then
So
I don't want to trigger the shuffle with barge, so I would do barge later because barge is
I
likely in
mean,
my
it's
hand at
it's
that point.
fine to trigger if the discard from warehouse doesn't go in, right? You just can't trigger it if you have to play warehouse before the shuffle, because then three more cards go back in it. If that
Hmm
doesn't happen, it's fine because Barge draws a bunch of cards next turn anyway, so that wouldn't be that like that wouldn't really be a problem. Either way, your next turn is not gonna hit numbers, right? So presumably you have another off the next turn, and then you buy what reap presumably.
hmm
So what are your two sort of bad buys here that you want to do? Well, I guess actually, if you do see junk dealer and warehouse next turn, you can barge now, right? Because then there's nothing
hmm
else other than the card you buy right now.
Yeah.
So if you want to go for that high roll, it makes sense to like just buy a silver because, well, Barge can't draw to that.
What the what's the average play would be church, or are you just suggesting not church here?
I mean, sure, it's quite sad if you do draw junk dealer and warehouse, which I don't know what the odds for that are, but I'm guessing they're not too low, right? Something like 50-50, I would guess. So
Okay, I think silver's fine then.
I mean, silver's just not really a bad card here. And again, if you do have the bad turn, you can always buy the church now, right? So what's the upside of buying the church on your turn 5 instead of on turn 6? It's not like you need this church.
That's true. That's true. And if you do hit the shuffle through, then church just becomes
Yeah.
less economy.
Hmm. So I'm probably gonna draw my vassal that here if I do draw. I do also have a church done this. I really shouldn't do this right now. Okay, do I need a warehouse? No. I guess I'm also just buying a silver.
Okay. So do you play the junk dealer first here so that I can discard the cards to warehouse and keep those out of
Yes,
the
that
shuffle?
is incredibly important. Otherwise, you literally could not trigger the shuffle if the warehouse
Yeah.
wouldn't do exactly this, where it triggers the shuffle itself.
Okay, let's think. So I'm just discarding a state, two coppers, and then I could barge now and possibly reap because the only other thing that I have down there is estate and coppers,
Yeah,
I
and the
believe.
silvers. Like, that's why we bought the silvers, right? So we
And
could.
two silver. Two. I forgot about another silver. Yeah, so two silver.
I mean,
So
there's no reason to
now,
not do it now because there's nothing it can get drawn that, and then it's in your shuffle again, right? And you also want to hit a 5 price point here, or even more possibly. I don't know, 6. Okay.
hmm hmm Um,
Okay, what
I
are we looking
don't
at?
know. Go ahead.
What are you looking at right now?
Um, so I've been kind of slow on trashing, but I don't know if Church Vassal would be. Like, I don't think I should play with Vassal and Barge, right? But I don't know if
No, I
Warehouse
mean
Junk.
Vassal is really a thing that if you get it like in the open to get that extra cycling early. At this point, it's really bad, and it's never gonna get
Mm-hmm.
good. So I really don't think you should buy a Vassal.
So like Church Silver.
I mean, do you need the church?
I don't think I need it, but I mean, otherwise it's just straight gold at this point. It feels
Not
like.
necessarily, right? It could just be barred. So my thinking here is you have two cards on top, right? Which are stop cards, surely.
Hmm.
Alright,
Yeah.
so if you do barge now, you have a decent shot of seeing exactly one next turn, which is obviously the high roll. Um,
Yeah.
if you see both, it's not that bad. You duration one, you toss one to a warehouse in general, and like
Hmm.
your requirement to trash isn't that high between junk dealer and warehouse. I think you're not that interested in doing that in general.
Okay.
So I would personally lean towards barge, but I could see gold, I could see church silver, but yeah, it's
That's
just
a
not
good.
really my play style to do that. But I can like it's not wrong or anything to
Hmm. Hmm.
do these. Oh hey, I actually do get this.
You saved your good draws for me.
So I could do barge warehouse, but I think it's really just about gold. So
Hmm. So I should do the barge for next turn since I don't want to draw anything non-terminally.
yeah, I mean you got what you wanted, right? Like this is exactly what we wanted.
-5. Okay. And now what do we have? It 5. Not another barge, is it?
I mean
I
you
don't
don't
know.
want the
What is this
third
now?
barge, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, so I'm not. I don't want. I don't think I want a second junk dealer, but it's kind of sad to like get a silver. But that kind of feels like what I should, or maybe just IGG.
Well, I do have a church and a junk dealer, right? So I don't think the curse is doing all that much, and it's a really bad card in the deck. So
Yeah.
we've established that the sport is mostly about money, right?
Yep.
So Baker's okay in money, you know, it's not bad.
Okay.
And Band doesn't do anything, Barge isn't doing anything. You
Hmm.
could get a second JD, but I mean, second
No, I
JD is
don't.
the alternative, but it
No,
really
I think I
isn't
like
good in money.
Baker
So
better. Yeah.
yeah, I do like the
And the Baker
Baker
lets you
there.
like go in or hit a province if you want.
Okay, this is where I
So,
regret that I have a vassal. I guess I'll duration and buy a barge. Hmm. I don't really have anything bad down there to draw though. I should just do this now. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm just reaping again. I mean, for me, I guess I could do bake a barge just so I can start having one each turn. But
hmm.
I feel like I'm just neglecting that control at this point to get a more money approach and hope to find a barge most turns, and then probably just gonna take it now or like maybe a duration it and then buy the next one next turn.
Hmm.
Because both obviously don't do anything for me. Alright.
So I don't mind triggering the shuffle. I don't think, and I think I
No, it's an
have to at
amazing
this
shuffle.
point. Um, and then I think I discard state 2 coppers, keeping the state to trash the junk dealer.
Yeah, sure.
And then let's think. Junk dealer, trash estate, Baker, barge next turn,
Yep.
and 8, 9.
I mean, surely we're not ready to province, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, is it just reap or is it like Baker silver? I think it's just reap
I
though.
mean, Baker Silver sort of is like gold in a way,
Yeah.
right? But like, yeah. then you might as well just reap because it goes into play. And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think a second baker does all that much anyway. So like the first is pretty good, but like it falls off fairly quickly, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, here I can do an actual way of them all. No, I gotta make my parched. Sad.
Okay, so junk dealer estate. Let's think here. Baker Warehouse is going to draw the rest of the deck. I don't have any additional draws, so I can just play Baker first.
Yeah.
Warehouse, discard, large. So, I mean, I don't think I need to necessarily draw those cards. Like, next, it guarantees a better next turn if I next turn.
Yeah, and also you'd have both barges in your deck, right? If
Yes,
you take it now, which yeah,
yeah,
you're.
don't want to do.
I mean,
Um,
if with no village and drawing duration, this duration balancing is actually sort of a thing. As much as I like to hate on it.
yeah. Um, let's think here. So I've got 11, 12, 13. Feels like reap bands for flexibility. I don't know. I feel otherwise it's just like
Well,
two gold.
what option on the band is good? What option would you do right now?
Um,
Possibly wares, I guess, if you have a really sad hand.
Warehouse or church is what I was thinking. Kind of feel I have so much
I mean, the
and I
church
just
would
feel
set
like I'm
aside
probably.
coppers. You basically, I mean, you're not drawing
Hmm.
deck in the sense that all of your cards in deck are in hand, but you're seeing all cards right now, right?
Hmm.
So you trash one stop card, okay, the gold goes back, but like you're at a point where your need for church or just deck control isn't really great here. Um,
Yeah, at least because I think once we start like provincing, then it will be you'll grab something here
yeah,
and
but
get all
like,
green.
okay, you what? You get one province and then you play a church on it. Like, it just doesn't inspire me, especially given the warehouse, right? Because you already have sifting, and with sifting,
Yeah,
setting aside the bad cards, it really isn't that great. Um, so
but if I had two golds in the deck, like I'm thinking, then
yes,
I'll need something else, right? I mean, I guess junk dealer still take care of a little bit of that, but
I mean you don't need to draw your deck every turn. You know, you
okay.
really just need to find your barrage. That's sort of
Now,
the
do
only thing that
you?
matters to you.
I think it's worth spending a coffer here to get the gold out of the deck and reap gold.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you're gonna, you're never buying gold. You're always spending a coffer to reap.
Well, well, what I was saying is reap, and then the second one is buy a gold, or is there another buy you would prefer?
I'm not
Because
spending a coffer to buy a gold. It's also just at that point you're overdoing it. Honestly, like one gold is
that was
fine to
my
add,
guess.
but if you add two golds, you're sort of asking to not find your barge. Like if I'm getting another payload card, it's Baker and not gold. Because honestly, I'm not even convinced gold is better than Baker at this point.
Hmm.
So Reed
But
Baker
you're
is
saying
fine if you want to
okay,
build one more turn, which I think is
okay,
perfectly reasonable.
that's what I was going for or
I mean,
thinking.
that's what I would have done too. I should actually switch tabs again. My trashing with the church? Probably still, yes. Yeah, I really have this problem where I just have to take the buy every turn. And my junk dealer bottom deck, sadly. So that was quite annoying.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty lost here, but we'll play it out, of course.
So let's see. Baker. Okay, so I draw everything but one. Oh no, I draw because I got the Baker. I actually draw everything.
Yeah, so like the Baker is nice here, right? Instead of the gold, because now you were
Yes.
basically sort of guaranteed to find the bar. I mean, obviously we weren't guaranteed, but
Hmm.
more or less
Hmm.
guaranteed.
I was just gonna get it. So now I think it's. I mean, Province Baker seems good, but I'm making those coffers, so maybe instead spend two coffers and reap. I don't know.
Nah, I
That feels
mean,
like
again,
that feels like too many top cards, right?
it also just isn't that great of a card right now. Like, I definitely want a province, and then it's either Baker or Band for me, which I think are both fine. Like, Band would mostly be an insurance warehouse or a church starting next turn.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
either is
like.
fine. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think
I
this
think
is a very relevant decision, to be honest. Okay, we can pretend this vessel's any good again. Yay.
so. Would you go back and buy that vassal again?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't think that was the
Okay.
problem for me this game.
I mean, the draws haven't been bad for me for sure until this turn, of course. So I have a decision. I think I just
I mean, this isn't even
lower the
bad for
guard.
you, honestly. Sure, you didn't find two bakers, but you found your barge, so it's like perfectly fine.
Okay. And let's think here. Province warehouse.
Yeah, sure. I don't see anything wrong with that. You definitely want to keep your coffers. You want to have the potential to meet double with double plus a
Yeah.
state or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even think I'm trashing anymore. Hopefully I find the barge. Yay. Not the greatest shuffle this is gonna trigger, but what can you do? Yikes, this vessel. mm, yeah, I guess I should get a church.
Mm,
I mean, you have a baker and a JD down there, right? So there's like no reason for you to draw now. Also, you win the long game always. So
yeah, that's true. So I don't think you can double.
no, I don't have a barge in place, and I don't have a church in place. So it's never happening.
Yeah. I wish there was a more obvious on the client. I'm still getting used to hovering over your name or mine.
Yeah, I guess
Uh,
it's
so let's think here. Um, province estate.
what's the estate doing?
Uh, I guess you probably won't take the
Like
penultimate province. So
I mean, you have six coffers and a barge in play. Good luck with me, right? So
that's true. So
clearly, well, what is your goal for next turn? Like, let's say a duchy.
double province.
Yeah,
So I
and
just grab
estate
province and
doesn't
I double
help
it. Right.
that. So,
Okay.
I mean, you could spend a coffer to get a silver, which I dislike strongly, but
Yeah,
that would
I
be the
like the
only
six
other
coffers.
reasonable alternative, in my opinion. But again, I
Hmm.
really don't like that. Okay, so clearly I just have to hope you don't hit double because I'm never winning if you do. So, yeah. It wasn't clear to me that you played as JD.
Oh, because of the.
You might have warehoused it. I mean, seeing your exact hand with 3% province, I think you play it, but like your
Mm,
hand could have looked in a way that it wasn't that clear to me that you do it.
I think one, two,
I
three,
mean, this is easily
six.
winning,
Yeah.
right? You can
Yeah.
draw with
I just.
barge, so you don't have to
I'm
count.
just.
But yeah,
Yeah. No, I wanted to count, so I'm not good at counting.
sure. All right. So yeah,
Mm,
we didn't really do what we said we would in the regard that you did double at the end, but of course Baker helps with that, right? So
yeah. Yeah. That doesn't. I didn't count on getting. I think I got three bakers maybe.
yeah, I mean it's surprisingly fast. I guess it is a Baker kingdom, so it has the token, but 5 provinces turn
Hmm.
13 is still pretty nice for a
Hmm.
rather mediocre kingdom.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that at all.
All right.
Okay. This looks a little more complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's see. Trashing, you have that, and doctor and trader, but I don't really count that. Um, and maybe whatever you get out of black market, which I don't think I've heard. Like gatekeeper's not a great card, but like I don't think it's necessarily worth playing even with black market. Like it's kind of a maybe, right?
Yes. It, even with black market, it's not that exciting.
Okay.
So, like, how strong are the respective categories of trashing, draw, village, buy, I guess, to some degree?
Draw is pretty weak here.
Yes, very weak.
Um, so you may want to try to fish black market. Trashing is pretty good. I mean, Doctor and Bats probably sufficient. Scepter can help you with some stuff, but not really.
Why not? Why concept to help with stuff?
Because it's well, I guess with black market actually it can.
Yes.
I'm thinking it's just at the end of the turn, so do you want to draw action
Well,
or
that would be
something? Like,
horrible, but black market.
yeah, yeah, black market really helps with that. So Scepter can be pretty comparable. It especially could help you get like
Okay, like let's see our opening split first because I think it's quite relevant here to what
okay,
you do.
yeah, safe four.
Okay, save the 3-4. So obviously we're not opening Doctor, right? That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So what options
So,
are there?
so let's see. Black market or silver for me on the first one, and on the four, I still think it's. I don't know if you want to trigger it, so it's probably just black market or silver, one or the other. I guess one of each.
Yeah, it could just be one of each, right? If you had the 4-3, it would be a little different in
Yeah.
regards that you could gamble and then you would hit 5 on the turn 3 hand and get a vampire in the shuffle, but yeah, with the 3-4 you don't
Mm-hmm.
have that option. So the 5-2, which surely has to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's pretty good here.
Alright, so I could do Tormentor and then I could gamble, which would guarantee an imp and would guarantee having a vampire by on turn 3. Well, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
guarantee an imp
Mm-hmm.
because the gambler could hit the Tormentor, but other than that, it's guaranteed. You could just
Yeah,
do
that's a.
Doctor, which
Mm-hmm.
usually I would just do, but the Kingdom has, to me anyway, has the problem where it's really bad to build back up. Right,
Mm-hmm.
there's just no good cheap card. So if I do Doctor, I'm gonna be hurting for money, and then I'm gonna have to hit Vampire again. And I think it
Mm-hmm.
will take a long time for me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably too long of a time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm looking at here is Tormentor, and then I'm gonna gamble on turn 2. And then
Mm-hmm.
I have a $6 hand on turn 3, and if I have the Tormentor on the turn 2 play on the gamble. And then I could either
So
do
then you're just.
Vampire or I could Doctor overpay for free. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
already have a payload card and, an imp and
Yep.
stuff. So,
Yep.
because the kingdom build-up is so weak here,
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the rare cases where I don't think I Doctor turn 1.
Mm. So just silver here
Yeah, I
for me.
mean, I don't see anything else. It doesn't make sense for you to gamble there, so.
Okay.
No! Okay. This is definitely not what I wanted.
Well, you're
Oh,
like
and
what,
I'm giving you a friendly
16%?
hex.
Oh yeah.
It's 83%, right, to not have that happen, but oh well.
Sorry, I'm at 16% to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. So if I gamble again, I lose my 5. I guess now it's a question of do I want a free mode? What am I doing next turn? Probably now it's Vampire for me. I guess I'll
But there is,
take.
I mean, like most not going to hurt you. I don't think with Tormentor and Vampire in the Kingdom, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does defend a bit, but yeah, that was definitely not great.
So here, because I don't have any trashing, I think I should get Vampire over Tormentor. But although if I'm going to get a Tormentor at any point, like this is the turn I should get it, right?
Yeah, but you already have a terminal and you don't have trashing, so
Yeah. So I was thinking Vampire.
yeah, I agree. You're probably gonna hit 5 next turn again because I'm was so kind to not just flip the Tormentor, but also to discard an estate from the top of your deck. Essentially,
Oh yeah,
what a
yeah,
nice guy I am.
yeah.
I should I should work on not being so nice to my opponents. Okay.
It's okay. You're in coach mode. I think Bridge Troll is pretty straightforward by here. I don't know because there's. I mean, we're looking for a draw really in there, but like, what else am I buying?
Like you could buy the
Um,
highway for one. Right.
Say
Is
that one
Pritch
more
Troll
time.
you could buy the highway. Like why Pritch Troll over highway?
I was just thinking there's such a lack of draw here that
Why does that make Pritch Troll better? Because you don't see your
uh,
highway every turn, and what's your reasoning?
yeah, and it hurts you.
I mean, you have a mode, and honestly, it doesn't do that much. The attack, it really
Okay,
doesn't do that much. Like
okay,
I can see the Pritch Troll for sure. Like I'm perfectly fine with it, but it's definitely not a snap pick for me.
okay.
No, I didn't say you should buy highway. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
it's not clear
That's
to me
fine.
what you do get there. I just don't think the attack is that big of a deal. Anyway, I need a black market of my own. Oh man, this is going great.
So I think maybe a second vampire for me.
Yeah, that seems fun. Okay, so we both bottom deck. Oh, vamps.
And here it's interesting because I have not been jack tracking, but I feel like I should maybe gamble and then
Oh, there's a vampire on top, so I wouldn't gamble.
oh, that's
Because
right.
that hit
Yep.
is really bad.
Yeah. See, I'm still getting set. Okay, so
I mean, you only have one action card in your deck right now in the black market, right?
hmm
So you could get a Tormentor because it's actually like it's not super likely to work, but it's actually also not really unlikely to work. So
okay.
okay. So I'm gonna need a festival, and then I'm guessing I'm just getting scepters. Oh, I don't need a festival, but yeah, I think it's festival time anyway. Oh man,
Mm,
man, you would
Well,
love to buy the Mastermind.
so what do we get here? Feels like silver or maybe black. I don't think black market yet though. I mean, I with the vampire, I'm thinking I'll get probably scepter.
Yeah, I mean, black market is nice for scepter, right? Silver just
hmm
feels so bad to me.
Yeah. Just already have two terminal actions and no
Well,
village,
you
so that's why
can
I was
get
saying
you can get
silver.
a festival with the vampire, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking the silver for the buy.
I mean, I don't think silver passes the nothing test, honestly. Like you
Okay.
could also just gamble, for example. I'm not saying you should, but it's something I would think about. Um,
Mm,
what are the possible hits? Highway is a bad hit. Tormentor probably a bad hit, and then you have another night card. So those are bad hits. So actually, quite a few that aren't good.
So do you get a second black market here
I would probably
or
just get a
nothing?
second black market in the festival, but
Okay.
I think black market passes the nothing test for me.
Okay.
Did you just discard my tormentor names? Oh gosh. Well, I guess I'm gambling just to get through this horrible shuffle. Then okay, I'll also play this to get through this horrible shuffle. Oh,
Mm,
well, that's clearly better.
yep. So I got a festival last time, so I think this is a what do we think? Scepter second festival buy here?
You could just use two scepters too, or you could just scepter festival. I think both are perfectly fine. I don't think there's a clear
Yeah.
preference there. Oh no, I'm deluded. Whatever will I do? Oh, the same thing I was gonna do anyway. Pass my turn.
Oh goodness. So I'd like to like go through the log here and see because I feel like I should just buy nothing or I should know what I'm going to gamble here.
Yeah, you really should know what you're gonna gamble here.
Um,
So you should try and
so
figure that out.
let's see here.
I think I know what's done there. But
So there's not a. Yeah, this is going to take me a while, so I think I'm just going to go for it. I know I probably shouldn't, unless you want to share how quickly
I mean,
you
there's a bad.
got to.
I'm pretty sure there's a bad, isn't there? A bad.
There should be, yeah. So no,
Yeah.
don't
So
gamble.
I definitely
Actually,
don't want to
no.
gamble, and then it might very well just be nothing because I don't think you want it for a black market.
Yeah.
Highway was the other card, right? I guess I'm trying to
Oh.
curse you. Oh hey.
Hmm. Actually, if I'd drawn the highway, I could have played it potentially. And well, that's kind
Well,
of hmm.
oh, I guess
So
yeah.
this,
If you had a 50-50, if you hit the highway, you draw the
but
bad, and then you
but
could
I
have played
but
the
I
other.
still think I don't know if I would. Well, I don't know because then they could have both been in the shuffle.
I
So
mean, yeah, but you could also gamble the bad, and then you cry. But
yeah, that's true. Um, so here, discard bat and copper. I guess. I mean, I don't like not trashing, but it's either that or discard silver highway.
no, I think it's just trash. Like you want
Okay.
to get clean, right? Like I'm fine discarding highway silver. Oh wait. Actually, sorry, you don't want to discard the highway because you know there are two coppers on top, right? So you should keep the highway and then draw one of the coppers because bad omens obviously tells you that. So usually I would like to doctor, but I just had a two coppers free estate hand, so I probably don't want to doctor.
Hmm.
So I guess I'm just getting some
Well, that
cards.
makes sense why my deck was. I didn't realize bad omens was there.
Yeah, I bad omens you just now, so yeah, surely just kill those coppers. Alright, we're playing the black market. Um, I mean, I guess I should get rich. Only trashing one card. Oh man.
So according to the rules that I read from your thing, I should have played imp there first. Um, I think isn't that a good rule? Like to play imp first.
Well, here you literally had no other action card, so I'm not sure what the alternative was. You drew the. Oh no,
I'm
you
just
had
saying,
the
is it just
festival. Uh,
yeah, yeah, I did. I was just saying, is it
it's
better to
usually better, but it's not always better. But yeah, as a rule of thumb, you play him first. I mean, it's the only draw card, right? So you play your draw card first. That's the main reason here.
mm-hmm. Yes. So let's see. I still have a lot of trash to do, but I think it's just most like I have it. What one vampire, one bat in the deck.
Yeah,
Um, I'm thinking scepter moat.
yeah, sure, seems fine. I mean, I don't think you want a doctor and gamble is kind of awkward.
That's kind of yeah. Well, after seeing that the highway bat was there.
I'm really not getting hands. I want a doctor or gamble. It's kind of frustrating. Like, yeah, no, I just skip.
Highway. So I play the black market. Like, there's not really a reason to. Well, I don't have that much money actually. Hmm,
Well, you could buy a full cost card, right? Or you could try the X.
that's true.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
can't
only
buy any
Guardians
of
is
those.
there.
I mean, it
Is it
just
there?
doesn't feel like anything helps, right? You could
It's
gamble
like
because there's only bad on top where it's bad to flip. You could hit the scepter, which could play black market, I guess, which is decent. It feels like you just okay. I guess this is fine-ish too. Just gamble
so
again.
play and then gamble again.
Yeah.
And I think if I don't see the bat, then I stop. Oh, black market. Come
You
on,
might
full
actually
cost.
get.
Okay. I think Wishing Well looks better here than Warehouse.
It's really unlikely for Wishing Well to ever do something, but yeah, it's better than Warehouse because I don't think Warehouse is good for you. But maybe it's
Yeah.
fine. So do you want a free
Um,
mode?
I think I have. I mean, well, this turn's kind of weird because I have two festivals, right? And I have a scepter. I have two
Yeah.
scepters. So I think that it'll probably, well, especially with Vampire, I think it'll actually be okay.
Okay. Sure.
Mm. Vampire gaining, I think another festival.
Yeah, seems fine. Oh my. These draws are pretty funny. Oh.
Okay.
Oof. Yo, yo, yo.
So we have fail action or plus two. Two.
So do you want to trigger
Oh,
the shuffle?
I think yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's think. Okay, so it's a scepter and two coppers that I'm skipping, but I think that's still okay. And
Yeah, I mean
I
you're
don't
also
think there's
skipping the
any other.
vampire, right? But
Hmm.
it's actually not that clear, but I feel like it does give you better chances of having a good turn to just gamble here. I mean, there's also a chance you actually hit a black market and maybe you can buy something that actually helps.
Yeah, let's go for it. Play copper. Okay. So gamble again or stop? I think gamble again.
Yeah, not so clear because this one is pretty unlikely you hit much, but I guess you can
Yeah.
just gamble through. Okay,
Okay.
well,
Uh, oh, so I can't buy any of those anything you show me. I think I just stop at this point.
that's fine. I mean, you could get a third black market, I guess, now, but yeah. It's a pretty awkward kingdom in general.
Yeah.
Sanctuary, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Archive was the option. It's not the full out, but yeah. I think I like some thinning.
Okay. So just thinking about general order, like I don't think it really matters highway versus festival because you're not playing the tormentor here.
I mean, there's no like just play your draw
First,
cards first. Play your highway first, right? Like
and then festival, and the machine well. I mean,
black market
I.
here. You have one down there. It's definitely the best find in that you can continue your turn if you get that, but
Mhm.
it's definitely not the likeliest wish. But
Yeah, I was thinking copper was the likeliest wish.
yeah, but it's not
Um,
accomplishing much without a copper.
okay. Curse. All right. Tormentor, and then scepter. Replaying highway, does that reduce the cost of
Nope,
things by one? Okay,
still don't even
didn't
play.
think so. So I'm thinking tormentor.
Yeah, I mean you probably want to gamble that curse away at the end of it. So you draw it or you're
Yeah.
gambling it away. But I mean you could just gamble
So
it away.
let let's think here. I do think I have a bat down there.
Yes.
So I've got alternating. So if I have, I think I actually want to try wishing well,
Okay. Sure.
and then can't click bat, so it's type. Okay, stop it.
Well, you can gamble that and still buy a forecast. Right.
Uh, are there any four costs that I want?
Well, five
Oh no, but
costs because highway. Right. You lose one money to gamble the copper off the top, but surely
yeah,
that
but
doesn't
it's
matter.
there. Let me play, and then scepter, I think.
Sure. I can counter your envy by playing the silver. Hoo hoo.
Not during your buy.
I guess sculptor's fine. Good even. I guess I shouldn't have played these coppers, huh? What am I gambling for? I don't know. I mean, dude, this game has just been one pain train. Oh, I
Yep,
wouldn't play the
hold on.
copper.
Yep, sorry. I auto click. So let's see here. So got four. I don't think you get the inventor. I don't know what else I'm buying though.
Well, why wouldn't you get the inventor? You can scepter it. It's like one of the best finds you could possibly find in this kingdom, right? It's insane, isn't it? Like I would be all over that inventor.
Oh, I see. Because it's different from highway. That's right. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
So
why you
let's
can
see
also
here.
throne it and stuff, right? And carriage it, all those
Yeah,
things.
I think I'm gonna gamble. I play the most. I don't think I play it
I mean,
because
if you
I don't
played,
play
you have a
treasure.
better bad, right? And it's not like these cards are great, so you don't mind if they miss you.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, worked out. That topper.
I don't know what's on top, but it's all pretty garbage, isn't it? Oh, hey, I can try and find my night card to then not find my night cards. Well, let's see. Yeah, it was quite sad. Well, my deck's just really bad, but both of the decks sort of are.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think it's just a festival. I don't know. Scepter seems like it's more flexible. I think it'll go with Scepter.
Hey, here comes some actual stuff for my deck. My deck actually did something. I'm amazed. Okay, just gotta return to my Byface somehow.
Hey, look at the draw.
Uh,
Uh,
okay, that was a pretty good turn, honestly. I was very, very happy
I
with
guess you
that.
didn't have. I guess you didn't have enough for journeyman.
I can't play treasures anymore after I gamble.
I couldn't tell how much you had. I just saw it go away before, so I was just because I thought you would want the draw.
I can't play treasures. Can I? Oh, I guess I could to black market, right? But I didn't have any treasures in hand. Right, you can play a treasure. Can you? You should be able to play your treasures if you gamble black market. I'm not even sure. I think it works, but
I think you can. Yeah.
no, actually, not that helpful. There are a few things you should be able to do in buy phase that doesn't actually work. Like you can't
Mm,
spend coffers in your buy phase, even though you should be able to. So
yeah, but that's a rule. Like that's not the way
no, you
it
should be
has
able
to work.
to if on the black market in the buy phase. You should be able to use coffers during the black
Oh
market
yeah,
with
I didn't realize
capitalism
that
or
you do that.
something, but you're not able to.
Hmm.
So I'm
Hmm.
not sure even if it's supposed to work that it does work.
Hmm.
So this is not the ideal
I
for
don't
me.
know. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, you only have one night card down there, right? Because one Mr. Shuffle, you bad Mr. Shuffle.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I think you gamble. Like it's not like you want the mode.
I mean, yeah, you just hope to hit black market.
Yeah, I mean now you
Very
maybe
likely.
just stop gambling and buy five cards, right?
Hmm.
Probably festival.
Yeah, definitely glass tops.
Huh. Nice. No, it's not. It's not goods. It's like this is the clearest stack ever. Just in case you're wondering. Like goods does not help me get that control tag is amazing
Yeah,
here. I mean, it doesn't work nicely with
yeah.
night cards, but it's just so good with black market.
Black market it plays great. Yeah.
Um, pretty sure I have a night card down there, don't I? Uh, no, I don't even have another one. Okay, I guess I should just gamble then. Yeah, I'll get a villager. Why not? You know.
Hmm.
Sure, let's clean this up a bit.
Um, so, inventor black market.
Well, don't you want to? Well, what's on down there? you know.
That's a good question. I mean, I guess there's likely to be a scepter down there.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know. I
think there
haven't played
should
into
be,
it.
but I don't actually know. But you should know.
I should. It's just I'm
Well,
not
you
great at
played
that kind
two
of thing.
scepters on turn 17, which was your last turn, and then you bought one on turn 16 before shuffling. So, do you have more than 3 scepters? Uh,
I have four. So
okay,
yeah,
then I
there
think there
should be
should
one
be
of them.
one.
Okay.
So, then you
So
play the
for me,
mode if
that
you think there's a scepter on there.
yeah.
Okay, nice.
Uh, I think I draw on.
Yeah, I'm just pushing one right.
Yeah, well, that's nice. Let's see here. For wish for scepter. Because why not? Festival. Okay. Um, festival. Inventor. What do we gain here?
Scepter? Seems good.
Yeah. I mean, it's either scepter or festival. I feel like either or. So, here. Do I get the city quarter?
Strong.
Yeah. I mean, so I think.
I mean, you have the potential to have one gigantic turn with Inventor Scepter,
Mm-hmm,
right? So
mm-hmm,
City Quarter
mm-hmm,
seems
mm-hmm,
pretty
mm-hmm.
good accomplishing that goal. The question I want to have is, what are you playing Scepter as? Because
Yeah,
I'm
that
guessing
was
you
my
play it
afterthought.
before you buy the City Quarter.
Yeah. I'm thinking it doesn't help for highway.
No, you might as
If
well
I
play
re
Wishing
if
Well.
I re if I replay
Sorry, what was that?
Inventor, if I replay Inventor, it doesn't help for City Quarter. So I'm thinking I replay a Black Market to see if there's something. I don't think there's anything else that I can want more, but
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
good of
you
me
can buy
too.
both, right?
Yeah, I could. I'm just saying I get to see both of them before having to make a decision on the City Quarter and the City Quarter's debt, so I
Yeah,
can still
so you
buy
could buy
and buy
both,
the
yeah.
City Quarter.
Yeah, sure, that seems
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
Hmm.
a zero cost patrician is surely better than not a zero cost patrician, but
Yeah, and I don't think I get like
yeah, I don't think the others are good.
there's no yeah. So get that
So do you get more
debt.
modes now? I think you only have one, right?
Yeah, but you want to have more action density. Yeah, I think that's good.
I
Or
mean, I wouldn't get
have
like
a,
3 or something, but 1 or 2, both of them fine.
yeah, I think two's there. And then vampire game. Oh, you got a
What do I have
discard.
to do? Discard a card. I'm not playing the tormentor here.
Okay, and then I think more scepters.
Yeah, that seems fine. Well, guess we're just playing tag. That's fine.
Okay. Come on. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm not getting contraband, and I don't.
Well, first
I
question
don't.
is first, what are you subthrowing?
Um. Hmm. If I play an imp, I'm unlikely to draw anything that's already not in play with the scepter. So maybe just black market for more options.
I mean, you could hit a bat, like a night card, or you could hit one of a
Mm.
black market buyer, right? There are actually quite a few things you might want here. Like, I don't think it does much to play black market again here, honestly. I'd rather try and go to my city
So
quarter and just the end of the shuffle. So
well, the thing is though, I have no actions left, right? So I can't play anything I get unless you're talking about gambling.
I mean, you could
Oh,
find more scepters, for example, right? Like I just want to get through the shitty shuffle, so I want to draw here. So I think you play
okay.
this imp because I could either find a night card or I could like still have a turn. Which I mean, even this
Yeah.
is good.
Well,
Like
yeah.
this is much better than playing a black market to me because yeah, having those cards
Now I
is
can
out on top.
play the cop one. I know that I don't have a bat. Well, yeah, because even if I do, I want those curses gone. So I'm thinking Mountain Village because of its flexibility versus Storyteller. It's like not as reliable, but like I said
Well,
earlier today,
storyteller
like
could draw a ton, right? Like a storyteller to then have a bigger city quarter to then play inventor and scepter a million times and win the game. Sounds
Okay.
sounds pretty good to me. Whereas I don't see that craziness with a storyteller.
So now you're thinking gamble,
Yeah, I
is
mean, you
what you're
could hit
thinking.
Scepter,
Yeah.
which is nice, or you could hit a draw card, which is nice. I mean, even
Or hit vampire.
this isn't even bad. Like, it's not even good to have a top deck vampire.
Well, yeah, because like that. Yeah.
It's just not really your deck's main objective at this point.
Hmm.
I mean, sure, it's not ideal, but you're not too sad about it. I don't think. Okay. Well, I'm definitely. I guess I'm actually not playing this as Switch because I want to get this bustling village in my shuffle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I play the black market pre-shuffle. Yeah. I think I am. Okay. Border village. Scepter.
The
Okay.
piles are starting to get pretty low.
Sort of, I guess. Yeah.
Um, 4 festivals, 3 curses, 1 scepter. And it's like you're likely to take one of those 2 cards this turn.
No bustling on top. Guess I'm trying to hex you. I gave you 2 miseries. Okay. Um, Man, what turn is it? 19. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I'm not in a great position, but I still like there is hope for me, right? Like even though I'm at -9, you just had a really great turn.
I mean, I had attack turn, to be honest. So.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm not sure if I should, like.
yeah, see
I
that
guess I'm
I
just
found a new
trying to
position.
lower here.
So now I'm not taking any more festivals, and hopefully I'm not cursing you with the tormentor. But okay,
Oh, that's pretty friendly.
and hmm, I guess just tormentor. I've already got 2 buys, but do I? Let me see. The hex is 9 of 3.
You
I don't
still
think
want to
that's
get
gonna
through the
matter.
shuffle, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it just hex here. But wait, let's just shuffle fear. Well, that actually does something. Goodbye, Tormentor.
And then I think I just gamble.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, this is fine. Yeah.
And
There's a bad done
gamble.
there, isn't there? Actually, I'm not sure there's. I mean, either way, you're gonna
Um,
trigger the shuffle. Like, I don't care if a bad misses. You need the shuffle to get triggered, or you're not winning. Okay.
okay, so
I guess you
play
could
an
play
imp.
this as imp. It's not clear you really want to. Yeah, I think it's fine though. I think you just draw
Okay,
2 cards here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess you also play the
Um,
mode.
that's interesting. How did I? Oh, because I drew the imp. Yeah. Well,
I mean, you
yeah,
don't want
because
to
if
draw the city quarter. That's my main worry, and you don't want to
that's
draw the
true.
storyteller. That's also my worry. But obviously, if you don't draw them, it's pretty good. Or if you draw your bad, it's amazing. But I could see
I
stopping
think
here.
I don't know. I'm pretty far behind though. Like
Yeah,
I think if I get the bat, like that really helps long term.
sure.
So
I
I
mean,
think I'm gonna try it. Okay, well,
uh,
that's fine.
it's fine. Yeah,
And I
I wouldn't play on
and
now
then
though. Like, I think you stop here.
okay,
I mean, now you can't hit the bat even, right? So.
get the bat next hand.
Oh, I do find my tag again. That's really lucky for me. Holy.
Okay, so highway. And I guess I just
Oof.
try to like replay moat for cards, or do I just pass
Well,
here and say like,
I think you draw one, so you have a better bat, but like, I wouldn't draw past that because you don't want to find your city quarter with these, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. So scepter for I don't even
Coins.
know. I mean, what am
Like,
I buying?
a vampire? Because it can
uh,
gain provinces next turn?
yeah, that's true. Okay. Um,
I don't know, I wouldn't even play this vampire if I were you.
oh yeah.
It.
Like, what am I gaining with it?
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess you could gain a gold or. but you don't want to get a festival, and I feel like you just need to have a big next turn.
Hmm.
I'm not sure
I
the
don't
hex does
think
enough, but
I'm just gonna go for a gold. I think that's fine.
okay. Well, that hex definitely paid off. I mean, I don't know, maybe not that much because of a tag and play, but
Yeah, but still
it
two
still
extra
does
copies there.
something, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So you're surely dead.
Yeah.
This is hard to imagine that it isn't in hand.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, I'll just do this and buy two.
So this is one of those games. It's like I didn't really do anything wrong, but I didn't really do anything right either.
It's hard. I mean, it's a 21 card turn kingdom where there's just not much happening. You rely on black market pulls and then, draws are really swingy there. I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't think there's much to learn from these games, to be honest, because, well, maybe there is, and I'm just not aware of it, but I'm
That
having a
was
hard
just a
time making
slog, right?
conclusion.
Hmm.
It turned into a slog, right? It doesn't have to be with priest, with doctor and black market, but yeah.
Well, there wasn't any draw. That was one of the big things that
Well, it was
wasn't
mode,
like.
but yeah, mode is just horrible. And then if your villages festival, obviously that's not getting you anything. So yeah, it's a very weak kingdom in a sense. Anyway, on to the next.
Okay, lots of draw options here. Wow. um,
Yeah, for sure.
uh, Not any trashing, but you don't really need it with stables and cursed village. Like you can. This is one of those kingdoms like well, alchemist would be kind of draw, but it's going to get skipped. Um,
It's not clear to me that it's getting skipped. It's probably the best mastermind target, right?
hmm,
And you always have it for mastermind. So it definitely has quite some upside here.
okay. So let's think. Opening advisor silver probably.
Don't know if an
Or you just
advisor ever like
okay.
is it's actually worse than nothing, honestly. Like advisor is
Okay.
so bad when your deck is bad. It's incredibly bad. Um,
Hmm. So maybe double silver and try to hit stables or
yeah,
crystal.
it's either double silver or it's silver mode or it's potion mode or it's potion silver for me. Um, I'm actually looking sort of a bit at Cobbler as well, but not that early. I think I would play with Hawks because I like the mastermind stuff on it, and I like to have a guaranteed turns. And it's not like there's
Because what?
hmm?
Because once you draw, you're drawing your deck when you have a potion in play. You guarantee
Yeah,
the next turn.
your turns are just really consistent. The problem definitely is payload isn't strong, right? You're gonna have to reap and festival, and that's all a bit iffy. But
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you have to play with Alg, but I'm probably playing with Alg.
Okay. 552. That'll be interesting. I guess I am buying moat stables. I think at first.
Um, are you? I mean, Stables isn't good in your first shuffle. Stables is also pretty bad open because the problem is you toss your best card in the deck, other than Stables itself, and you draw three cards, which, that's actually worse than opening lap. Also, it's a problem where it draws three cards, so it can trigger quite some ugly shuffles early game. So the
Hmm.
Stables open is pretty low on the list. Same as Advisor, sort of. Bit better than Advisor though. But what about Cobbler?
So what are you suggesting?
Cobbler. I would do Cobbler mode because one, I can't draw that my Cobbler. I can get my potion. I can get engine pieces. Probably want the Cobbler anyway at some point. You know, it's not like this kingdom is strong, so copper's fine. Oh gosh, I have a nightmare draw. This is gonna be no alchemist for me. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm next turn is buying a mode, I guess. So
Would you consider cobblering to try to like speed up getting the potion, or are you just saying now because of the draw you skipped alchemist?
oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at you yet. Well, I already have the potion, right? So, wait, what was your
Oh,
question?
oh, you already got the potion.
Yeah, I
Okay, yeah.
opened the potion.
Never mind. I'm having enough trouble focusing on what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, all good.
So cobbler is in the next turn.
Yes.
So that means with 4 here, just silver.
I mean, it's getting to the point where advisor is sort of okay. So if you want to do advisor, now is a okay point for that. You could like do advisor now, village next turn, and then
Yeah.
that's not the worst.
Well, no, this next turn Oh no, that'll be the next turn. Sorry, I was thinking that I could play the cobbler and gain it, the potion to hand. That'll be the following turn.
Yeah.
So you say village this turn, cobbler next turn.
It's not clear to me that he. I guess I'm just gonna keep buying all these modes and pretend they're doing something.
Okay, so with the village in hand, I don't know if I play it. Like, what am I gaining my play? I guess I'm getting through the shuffle more.
I mean, you're definitely playing the village. That's always happening. The rest of the deck's bad. They're free coppers, free estates,
Yeah,
an advisor,
yeah.
and
But
something.
I still get the potion because I want the draw.
Well,
You
it's
know.
not clear to me that you even get the potion at this point, right? You could just buy a mastermind now, for example.
Okay, so that means advisor to help get to the shuffle.
Yeah, advisor mode. I think both would be fine if that's your plan. I mean, you can do the potion if you want to do the potion. It's just a bit inefficient for this turn itself, but and it doesn't get through the shuffle, which would worry me personally quite a bit because yeah, I don't really like how it would
Hmm.
play out for me. But because like if I play
Well,
advisor
yeah.
now, then I'm triggering the shuffle always after this turn, and I'd be pretty happy to shuffle in a five and an advisor and my cobbler back in. But I
Mhm.
can see that alchemist is that important that you do it. I wouldn't personally, but like this is
So you're saying advisor makes you more likely to get whatever you gain to be played on turn, whatever, six,
yeah,
seven.
because you're gonna trigger the shuffle. There are 8 cards in your deck, and you draw 4 with village and advisor, right? So then you
Yeah.
have 4 cards
So,
on top, and you trigger the shuffle afterwards, and
mhm.
that's
So when I gain the advisor this turn, I play it first,
it.
and you're going to discard the state.
Sort of doesn't matter.
Or sorry, copper. Sorry. Um, and then village. So now I hit 5. Now mastermind is what you're saying.
It doesn't have to be like you have
Well,
what
I was.
4 actions in your deck, so
Hmm.
you could do
Yeah,
stables first. Like
I was thinking stables.
what's on top for you? There's a mode and an
Oh, sorry.
advisor, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have to do village. Okay, and I guess I'm buying alky.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Man, I'm getting confused all the time by switching tabs.
Sorry.
No, it's
Action
not
goes.
your fault. It's just with like if I have to react to advisor, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah. So what's I don't think there's any because like I could get my cobbler. Um, I've got all 3 estates in hand. I guess I could buy them, but I think I still want to like. There's an advisor, cobbler, moat. You discarded my stables, which I really want to get back to sooner.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely play this.
I think I play on here.
I
Yeah,
mean, this
I draw an
is
advisor.
this
That's
is
fine.
still better than not playing
Um,
it to me, but yeah.
so I have 1 terminal. I don't think I get a village here. Maybe I get a silver.
Next thing you've what? There's a cobbler, 4 coppers, and an no, not an advisor. That's the last card. Is it a village? It's the village, right? Okay. So you hit 4 again next turn. Which I guess
It'll
is
also
advice again.
it'll also trigger the shuffle.
No, you
So
don't trigger shuffle.
it is a cobbler. Oh, and the village. So the village could even bottom deck. Um,
I mean, silver's
I still,
fine. You can get 1 silver. It does help you at 5 for stuff. So, oh god, how am I always on the wrong tab? It's like remarkable how bad I am at this. Like,
village, 4 for advisor, cobbler.
yeah, right. We knew what that turn was. Wow. Okay, so what am I getting to hand? I played a village last time. So I guess I should get another one now, because I have 2 modes there, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean at some point I should buy something else other than Alchemist.
Like, is this a mastermind buy here?
Well, Mastermind, it draws 2 cards, sort of, but only every second turn, and then doesn't get top decked. And it doesn't happen to me right away. I feel like I'm still buying Alch over it. It's not like the actions do all that much for me. Can't buy Festival it either. The problem is on a turn I play Mastermind, I'm not very likely to hit 5. So my turn that I have the Mastermind and Alchemist on is not actually accomplishing anything. Because I then don't have a buy. So I think it's 1 more Alch and then I can get the Mastermind.
Okay. So I don't have a potion yet. Do I even play with at this point?
I mean, at this point it's too late. Like,
Okay.
it's just too costly also because this is the turn where you want to buy Festival, not Alchemist, right?
That's true. Yeah, because I've got enough in the deck that. So, I guess it's just an advisor,
Sure. Yeah.
and hopefully you don't.
Alright, time to go to the other tabs because I'm gonna have to
Yep.
discard a bunch.
Mhm. Mhm. And then another advisor. You discard tables, village, note, and then yeah, that gets to the whole shuffle. So.
1 more advisor. No, switch too
Right.
early. Oh man, why is this? This is so weird sometimes. I should disable full screen mode. Makes switching tabs so much more annoying. Well, it's not just tabs; it's
Um.
actually Windows because Discord Dominion client doesn't allow you to have multiple different accounts on the same.
Oh yeah.
You have to
On the
actually do
same
incognito bullshit.
browser. Yeah. Or use different browsers. Like I use Chrome
Yeah,
for my
all
spec.
different browsers.
So you said here it's pretty much just festival. I mean, again, because like I have 8. Like there's not really.
Yeah, I
I'm not
mean,
gonna not draw next turn.
yeah.
Unlikely. So
I mean, you're not gonna
festival.
have that big of a turn again, but it's just everything else doesn't do much. Wow, okay,
That's
this is
well, and at some point you have to buy festival. So
yeah.
advisor. Let's think here. What am I buying this turn? Mastermind probably.
Um,
So I play the moat.
yeah, I think you're playing the mode. Yeah, seems like a fine plan to add the mastermind now, sure. Okay, so this is the turn I should buy my festival.
Advisor. Okay, so let's see
This
here.
is so bad.
Yeah, I think this is okay to trigger.
Most definitely, right? You want to draw 3 cards, and not like the cards you have in hand are shitty anyway. So
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess keep slamming the
yeah,
advisor,
they eventually get good. It's just gonna be
right?
a lot of awfulness before they actually start becoming anything but awful. That's
Yeah.
advice for you. Just 9 money in my deck, so I guess this is where I buy Mastermind Alk. I don't think it does much for me to go beyond that point money wise. Well, the next thing I have it again. I guess I just want to draw. Bit overkill on the draw side here for me, but guess I don't want to have a bad turn here. Which, yeah, I probably would have had without this advisor, honestly. Yeah, I guess I keep buying them.
So I think the same thing is true for me. I gain an advisor. Well, no, I could gain a village,
I
and
mean,
that
you,
would
you want to play
almost,
both of them, right?
yeah,
I'm not sure what's on top, but even
yeah,
if
and
they're
also
only
like,
good cards, you want to draw them normally.
yeah. So draw. Okay. Yeah, still play advisor first. Well,
I mean, it's actually a good
okay.
advisor, right? Because
Yeah, because there were three bats.
toss pretty bad cards.
So let's see. Here, I'm not quite sure.
Well,
I mean,
you
I'm
want
not
to
quite.
probably have another mastermind in play after the next turn, right? So you
That's
probably
true.
want to buy another one, and then I guess you buy a mode because you have the actions now
Yeah,
that you have a mastermind in play. So
yeah,
it
that's true.
sort of seems fairly clear to me in that respect. Oh. I mean, I assume you toss mastermind, right? You want to toss
Sure.
potion. That seems a bit too cute to me. I don't think it matters because I should draw deck, but
Yeah.
actually, oh, yeah, this could have failed because if festival bottom decks, I could have been able to play this mastermind, which would
Hmm.
have been
Hmm.
really bad. All right, so if I just keep like buying mastermind here, then my turns just aren't accomplishing much, right? Because
But that's just what you told me just to do, right? You want a second mastermind for when it's in
yes,
play.
but I'm
So,
already drawing deck. You didn't draw deck, right? So,
okay,
so,
that's good.
so I also
That's
like now
fair.
I have a couple in play in my mastermind. So, and I don't need like I have much more reliability than you, right? So I don't think our
Hmm.
positions are that comparable.
Okay.
Um, so I think I'm just getting a festival and a nog. Then I have what 11-13 next turn. I buy alchemist 2/5s. That does seem better to me. Yeah. Okay, and I'm probably not even gonna top deck all of them. Yeah, I really want to get to do it on festival. So I'm top decking 2. Okay. Well, it's just got a one good card in that hand.
I'm just gonna make you keep clicking.
That's okay. Oh, yeah, you do get there. Hey, advisor, finally not horrible if you actually get around to your discard.
Let's see here. I think Mastermind's the only card in my discard, and there's, well, I guess the stables actually. Well, I'm not gonna play the tables. I think it's fine to just draw with the moat and not play the tables. Yeah. Um,
Okay. 11.
so now you've got two Masterminds in play.
No, you have one to play.
Sorry, one. I mean, I have two Masterminds in the deck.
Yeah.
One is in play. They're alternating. I don't think I need a second one or a third one. Um,
Is there something better to do?
I was thinking maybe I don't know gold stables, but that feels
I mean, you're gonna get my own payload, so if you want to use that, you need another festival, unless you want to rely on masterminding. You want festival, right? So one of these buys is basically reserved for festival, in my opinion.
okay. Hmm.
And then, I mean, you don't need more draw, right? Because you just overdrew by your stables, and you now even have a
Hmm.
culprit that was in your deck last turn. So,
Hmm. So gold is okay here.
well, I think mastermind is just. I
Oh,
mean, actually, you do hit. Okay, you do hit 16, whereas mastermind. Yeah, okay. No, the gold is fine because then you hit 60 next turn, which is a nice price point because it's 3/5 costs. well, and it's a bit dollar, but you get to a important price point,
Yeah.
whereas 13 is
And then
not
I
that
can
great.
cobbler make sure that I don't have a dud, even if I don't have a full turn.
So I think I'm just greeting here and doing this on festival. I should have the draw. And I mean, advisor is just worse than mode. So I guess we're getting modes because I have more than enough actions.
Mm.
Okay, well, so I got my 15 that I wanted. Um, yeah, this is what I wanted, so I'll do this. And now I'm top decking all of them again.
So you're saying advisor is just worse than moat.
Well, for me, because I had the infinite actions essentially, right? I'm not sure that's
Yeah.
true to the same degree as
Yeah.
for you, but it sort of
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So I'm thinking leave the cobbler until after the mastermind because I've
Yes,
got plenty of options to draw here. And
yes.
I think I probably still mastermind the advisor
Why?
to make sure that, because I'm thinking I might, well,
Do you need the actions? That's pretty
I think I've
unlikely
got
to me. And advisor's obviously much, much worse at, making you have a
it
turn.
strong. Yeah. So you're saying the moat.
Well, I would do mode, yeah.
Okay. Gain a card to your hand. So I do think, hmm, would you gain the moat here? Oh, I think you would gain the advisor, right?
I mean, you could get the advisor, sure. I mean, you're gonna draw deck either way, and it doesn't make sense to get a paid out card because you're restricted by buys. You're gonna hit 16, right? Was the number, so
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't do anything to gain like a silver here. So yeah, sure, advisor's fine.
So just stay on that path for a bit. I'll
Whatever, this doesn't matter at all. So I'll just click something.
just let's see here. Festival, festival. Eight, advisor. Sorry.
Nah, let's not make you click an extra time for no reason.
Uh, okay. So we have
Now, what a
I think
surprise.
that's 16. So hmm.
So much
So it seems
build,
like
bigger do you want to build? That's the question.
go ahead. What?
How much
I
bigger are you trying to build is my question for you.
don't, because it's already double, but you're already. I mean, right now it's like okay, what gives me? Is there a way that I can get some kind of initiative because you're already pretty much drawing deck, right?
I
Every
mean, you're
time.
also trying to get a return, basically.
Now I am, but you've been doing it for longer, so it feels like you're ahead at this
I
point.
mean,
So my question,
maybe, yeah, possibly. But the question is, what is building more gonna do? Because again, the payload here is pretty fucking weak, right?
yeah, um,
And especially because you're behind in the building phase, if you try and like run alongside me, you're not winning. Like, it's playing to my strength, essentially.
yeah,
So I think to get the initiative here, you just buy two provinces and hope your deck doesn't forsake you, which could
okay,
happen. But if you like try and
hmm
build more and try and match me there, you're playing against a more consistent deck that will scale better.
hmm
So
hmm
you're playing for a long game, then you're not winning essentially if you're not taking the initiative from green here. So for me, I would just try that route
well,
because it's sort of the
yeah,
only way I can see a deck working out.
mhm.
Oh, I don't even get to play both masterminds. Thanks. That's pretty bad.
hmm which that may be the opening that I needed.
I mean, you're ahead in money, right? So
Hmm.
So I have to. Oh. Yeah, I think I gotta do some pretty gross plays here. I don't think it does anything for me to buy an Alec there, so I'm just not going to. Do I just top deck all my Alcs? I guess I need to play both of my masterminds. So I guess I'm top decking my 7 Alcs instead of only
Okay,
like
so
3.
only
Okay, so deck
mastermind mode.
does have a nice start here.
Think advisor next. Ah, okay. Um, not terrible. I guess it could have been worse, right?
Yeah, this seems perfectly fine.
So, so what? Province Stables?
Stables or mastermind, yeah. I think both are fine.
I'm thinking more likely to benefit sooner from Stables.
I mean, yeah, you benefit sooner from stables for sure. That much is definitely true. Um, so 16 here, I just want to double presumably, and I sort of have to hope your deck is just unable to get there. I guess I can get a silver, so I have some more payload. I'll try to avoid playing advisors as much as I can. Okay, I can avoid it entirely.
Sympathy play for me.
That's good. We don't. Okay, so I can do this. I have to province, so you can't just
No,
single, sort of.
yeah.
And then I guess I'm just buying Alk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I have an advisor in hand. I don't think I need a cobbler or anything because that still gives me an option. Yeah, do the mastermind first
I mean,
and let you
you would
go
do the
away.
cobbler first, so you can mastermind something else other than advisor, which doesn't
But
seem
I
worth.
don't need
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, you could have done loads,
So
but yeah.
yeah. So I'm thinking I have 4 actions. It's the same with less. I don't know.
I
This
mean,
game.
actions don't seem to be the restriction this turn, right? So
Yeah.
mode is clearly
I'm
better
just
than advisor in terms of draw, so I would just gain the mode.
and then make you choose again one more time and then play these two. Votes. Okay, another advisor. Advisor. Village. Okay. Well, what do they got here? Oh, but only one buy. That's rough. Um, let's think here. If I go province, you have to have
And
three
people say
buys.
annex is irrelevant. Without annex, you could just farm them the gold, right? And you would go to what, 29? And I couldn't beat
Mm,
that. But with annex, that line isn't safe. Because I can double province and then buy an annex. That's interesting.
yeah, but I only got one buy this turn.
No, no, I know you. I'm saying if there was an annex on the board, you could just safely farmland this gold into a province, and I couldn't win.
Oh, I see.
But
So
because this
I shouldn't let.
annex, it doesn't work.
I
Well,
think
it
I
isn't
probably should
safe anyway. That's what I mean.
not
Sorry.
two more than yeah. No, that makes sense. So I just autoplay the treasures, but I shouldn't do.
I
So
mean,
the
you probably want to
question is,
farmland into a duchy then, right?
oh yeah.
I
So
mean, you could say that I'm not hitting double. That's.
no, I think that's the better move.
And the question is, are you
So
beating double? Yeah, I mean, because I can't double, right? So yeah, I think you should just farmland the silver into. So yeah, my deck obviously has the advantage of not
more
really being able
consistent.
to fail,
Yeah.
which is definitely gonna be an advantage so long how it goes.
I wonder if I should have. You get
Uh,
there. Okay.
yeah,
Getting
yeah,
there.
I'm always getting there. I shouldn't like. I have another Hulk even in another mode. Like,
Yeah.
That isn't the problem here. Okay, how much money is this? 18. So I'm not worried about you doubling.
Like if I double, that's just too much more than
Yeah.
we would get
I
to.
kind of want to farm. No, it's better to get a goal. Yeah. Okay, and then I have two master. I have one mastermind plan. Never mind. I'm not worried about piles. No. Should I dodgy? I guess I can dodgy. Get a points lead out of it. I have a call, but I should be fine. I don't need to buy more draw.
Hmm. I think I advisors here. I don't know why I wouldn't because
Yeah, sure.
double's all that I really want anyway. So
Advice is so bad. Look at how horrible. Oh my god, this is. Oh,
all right.
yikes.
Well, let's see here. 2, 6, 9. Oh. Um. Let's see.
I mean, oh, I trashed my potion, so I didn't top deck my ox.
Uh huh. Uh
I
huh. Yeah. So
was
there's a
about to
chance.
say, yeah,
There's a chance.
yeah, there's a chance I whiff.
With only 9. I mean, let's think.
Well, I kind of want to annex, because advisor,
What if I what? Go ahead.
well, discard all your good cards, right? Or like a lot of good cards. So you could annex and shuffle in all those good cards again, because you're not provincing here, right?
Unless I wanted to farmland the gold.
I mean, that's not safe. Or good, anyway. It's not like your next one is looking good.
Yeah.
You don't have a mastermind in play, and so
Mm,
many of your good cards are now on the Discord.
yeah, that's true.
So I personally just annex and shuffle everything in except for the duchy. Because I don't really see what else you're doing. It's not like you have double duchy or anything.
Okay. Choose up to 5 cards.
Oh, you can't even shuffle the duchy. Right, you gain a duchy at the end. Just choose nothing, because everything except the cards you choose get shuffled
Okay.
in. Yeah, it's really
Gotcha. Yeah.
confusing, but
I've never used Annex before, so
yeah.
I don't. No, I can't. I don't want to Annex again. So there we go.
I think I'm actually gonna mastermind the advisor. Oh gosh.
Oh joy.
Yeah, I regret that choice. uh, I mean, I wanted to be able to copper the mode freely, but okay. Can I like? I have 8 advisors, right? Alchemists, right? So how about? Nope. Okay, it's probably still enough though. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's easy. GG.
All right. Hmm. So, oh, 70 turns pretty long. Alchemist probably paid off. I still think that it was right for you to get a line. You're pretty sad to have the 12 card hand with no festival on hand. Right, that was pretty devastating.
Well, and you had the 4-3-3-4, and I had the 5-2 there, right?
It was 5 2's better though. Like I opened 4-2. I opened potion mode. So
Oh yeah.
clearly my open can't be better because you could have exactly done the same. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I do like the Alks there. The pedal is definitely awkward there, so it feels like you get there on better draws. Um, and I definitely think the end game has to be that you try and finish the game because you're not beating Alks if you go forever.
Yeah. The one turn that I got double, I was thinking of like Province and 2 other draw cards just to like take the initiative on the greening, but I wasn't sure.
No, because the problem is that you don't really apply pressure and the draw does nothing, sort of.
Okay.
Like you overdrew so much on that turn where you doubled Yeah. So and yeah, and you played a cobbler on that same turn, right? It didn't
Mhm.
come in. You played it, so it
Yeah,
feels a bit
it's so much.
unnecessary. Advisors are
It's
just
so much
so
less.
fucking bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so unreliable.
Like advisors are just so trash as your deck gets worse, which
Yeah.
yeah, really makes me like the Alex there. But it's not clear at which point, if at all, you could have picked them up. So
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it, and you were like, "It's too late." So I was like, "Well,
yeah,
I
well,
kind of."
because it
It
was the
seems
turn
like
you
it agreed.
wanted. Because if you buy the Alk there, right, then you delay your festival again, so you're not really doing anything but buying a draw card, which is pretty
Yeah,
sad. Okay, so
and
what
you're
do we
not.
have here?
Yeah. Let's see. Um, Forge is the only trash. Well, okay. Flames gift. Um,
Yeah, Forge is the only trash. That I'm not gonna be pedantic about that. Yes, Forge is the only trash in period.
I just wanted to acknowledge. You're not buying silver because it's lucky coin.
Yeah.
Um, you have one village and maybe something with black market. Um, oh, I just realized our band lists are still on. Um,
Yes, why wouldn't they
which
be?
I don't. I mean, I'm well. I don't mind learning with those cards, but I definitely don't want to play with some of them.
I'm not interested in learning how to play with cultist or invest or like possession.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay without playing with Ghost Ship ever again too. I haven't banned it, but we both
Yeah.
got it disliked. So you're gonna be buying Cursed Village because it's village and draw. I still think you probably like open Militia on the floor just because it's good in slowing your opponent down early game.
It makes
And
it harder
then
for them to curse village, yes.
yeah,
Not sure it's
um,
worth it because obviously it actually gets helpful, right, once you have CVs, but it's
yeah,
a bit of a
and
trade-off.
then maybe you play full. Like I think you're trying to hit seven or spike seven
Yes.
with Forge by like ideally turn five, but um, so maybe you don't play with black market and you do
I mean,
like
you definitely play with Black Market eventually because of Curse Village.
I'm thinking as far as openings though.
Okay.
Um,
So what, you want to open Militia Fool?
yeah, I think so because I think Fool like allows you
Okay.
some options there
No, I'm
with Fool.
fine with it. Like, I think I'm doing the same, honestly. It's better for me because I'm playing one, so Militia take hurt sooner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay, I don't want an extra silver even. So.
Okay, so I get militia turn three, which is lucky, and then let's see here. I do hit five, which is nice. So I would assume. Oh, you got Chris Bridges too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to be there's really nothing else, right? Because it's the only five, and yeah, it's great with forage later, and it's good to hit forage, which count as militia. It's great with black market later. It's just no alternative.
Okay.
Alright, I
So
should look
let's.
at your hand.
let's I'm trying to think of. I think it's okay to get a hound, so I discard two coppers and hope that I get something from the pool to maybe buy
I mean,
something more.
why did you open fool if you're gonna toss it over copper, right? So,
Yes. Let's see here. So. Hmm. Well, Sky's gift does nothing. Um,
yeah, I mean, just trash a
and then just
copper, right?
trash a copper and go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not very exciting, but this
Yeah.
pretty clearly what you do there. Okay, so I guess I want to top like the CV at the end. Yeah. Okay, and I don't mind two black markets now because I have the CVs already.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. So silver. Look at the top four. Discard. What do I have down there?
Militia, copper, I think.
Discard the estate art. Yeah, there's the estate. Yeah, so I think I want to discard everything
Yes.
to try to get the
It doesn't
militia
do
for the
anything
plus
to do
one.
with, yeah, because it doesn't do anything to have the silver, right? So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do the copper. That's okay. So I think
I guess it would have prevented you from playing Lucky Coin, which is something, but
I still go ahead and get another cursed village here.
yeah, for sure. Like CV is just the best card here. There's not much about it.
Yeah, like even if he militia moves turn, it's like he didn't get a militia on the draw.
No, I'm just thinking if I want to play Black Market and Lucky Coin, but then I like no. I'll actually want to be able to buy something from the black market, I think. Maybe that's wrong, because maybe all I want is Forge anyway, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm probably just buying
Yeah.
Forge here. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably bad
Okay.
for me then. Yeah, I should have done the other thing.
Okay. So definitely discard because cursed
Yeah.
village. That's nice. Cursed village, militia, and then I'm buying forge as well.
Flame is already gone, so I guess we discard the state. Oh, okay. Well, goodbye to everything. Horse and field. No, yeah. Guess I'm just gonna keep
Um,
buying it. You really need a black
cursed
market.
village. Yeah. If only I could get field gift this turn. Oh wait. Uh, trash. State.
You should draw first. What if you draw Forge?
Oh, that's true. Can I do that?
I mean, just draw, and if you draw Forge, we can, you know, go back.
Okay.
It's really unlikely. It's a 1 in 12. I'm not going to undo for 1 in 12, and then I'm just saying you should have done the other order.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I think I discard Lucky Coin, Copper, Estate to gain a gold.
Okay, yeah. Gold is fine with the whole black market curse village stuff. Wait,
Yeah.
but then you don't hit 5, right?
I was gonna get a black market this turn.
Oh, right, you wanted black market. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot I have all 3. It's not something that
It's
happens.
just the way it's worked out. Yeah.
Man, you have what? 2 CV? No, you have 1 CV in there. I guess I should still attack in case you don't have it. And you have a Forge anyway. Eh,
Yeah.
close.
I think discard 2 silvers.
Alright, let's see. Sorry.
I could get another cursed village and try to like cycle back through, but I think trashing at this point is probably more
No,
valuable.
I think you just have to trash the 2 silvers. If you trash the 2 coppers, you regain a copper. That doesn't do much.
Oh, I see what you're
So
saying.
I would
So
probably
maybe
just kill the 2 silvers, which isn't great, but yeah, I don't think there's something better. It's better than trashing 1 copper, I would guess.
and it's better than buying a cursed village as well, is what you're saying.
Maybe not. I mean, you could just buy the
Okay.
CV, sure.
I was kind of halfway
Yeah.
on that. I think CD is probably
Oh
better at this
man,
point.
give me one extra dollar. Come on, game. I'm, uh, best card here, best possible pull. Actually, better than Opals and everything else, but I can't get it. I'm so sad.
Recruiter would have been nice there.
Yeah, I think it's
Don't
literally the best
discard
possible
for this.
pull. No,
Yeah.
you don't discard.
All right.
Uh, I guess I'm getting a second Forge. Gross. Probably should have bought a Vagrant. Oh, well, whatever. Such a non-card anyway.
So let's think here. I have the Lost in the Woods. Wisp is going to trigger the shuffle anyway, so I think it's fine to discard for a boon, especially if I draw a cursed village off of one of the two.
Yeah, you want a fantasy.
Okay, that's even better. Um, so then I think cursed village, yeah,
Yeah.
and then militia.
Well, why don't you play the Wisp first? This makes no sense. Now, what if the Wisp
Um,
finds like black market or something. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if it's black market, but you just generally play your draw cards first before you play a terminal payload.
I was thinking it would give you less information about my
This doesn't
hand.
matter. Like,
Okay.
this is never going to impact my decision about what I'm going to discard. It's a way bigger thing that.
Okay. This is like a general thing. So I don't think I should play my lucky coin this turn, and
No.
I probably should just get another forge like he did.
Nah, I don't think a second forge. Like, I would rather just have a CV. Honestly, I don't think a forge. Like, you don't need a second forge, right? I mean, maybe, but
So at this point, I feel like my deck just doesn't work. It's kind of
no,
like,
it doesn't.
but
I
I'm not to the point of provincing,
no, no,
and
no, no,
so
no. You never press it. I
um,
mean, forge is fine, I guess. I guess it's better
I,
than I gave it credit for.
you have to.
I have two, so it must be good. Simple, simple logics. Okay, well, I guess we'll. I guess I do CV, and then I can top deck the forge, and I can draw, and I can forge these. That's pretty okay. Sure. Not that Militia is a good card, but
Okay, so let's see here. First thing, look through my discard pile. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't really matter. Well, I still want to look through it before I discard
yeah.
it, just in case I forgot. Oh, and I think I know that there's a forge in
Yeah.
my deck, so
So,
I don't need a forge,
yes.
or do I want a forge?
Well, you don't want two
Hmm.
forges in the same hand and no CV.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Yeah, so I would rather have two curse villages in my hand
there's
because then I
also a
can play
black
one.
market on top, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so CV there. Discard the treasure to gain card 4. So I don't need a third forge for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then black market,
Sure.
and then Cursed Village is really what I'm leaning toward.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else, right? This kingdom is really just Curse Village, Black Market, and Fortune, and whatever you pull. So,
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to overcomplicate that. Um,
Hmm.
hmm. So now I should know what's in those. Well, I guess it was a reshuffled boon. I'll play the fool then. Gold, huh? I'm not really feeling the gold. This fortress is always bad. You just discard it and get that gold. Yeah, gold is actually sort of a fine card. Okay, that didn't work.
Okay. So let's see here. Um, Order play. Also, I have. What do I have? Diluted? I can't
Yeah, but you
buy.
can still buy in the black market.
Yeah.
That doesn't
So I'm trying
do
to think of.
much.
I'm trying to think of order. So I should probably forge Silver Estate into Curse Village.
Yep, I think so. I mean, I don't see the alternative. It's not like you want to play black market and then the silver and then the CV just to get a better forge, especially because you have two forges, right?
Discard a 3 card. Does nothing. Okay, cool. So then Curse Village.
Yeah, wow, this is great.
And I don't think I buy any of these.
No, they're really not exciting. You're hoping that the black market finds something better, right? Sort of.
Um, Black market again, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, I don't see why I
I
wouldn't.
mean, you could whisk first, but I guess
I'm
guide is
refusing
better than
to.
nothing, you know.
Yeah,
Pretty
with only
pretty
one buy.
clearly.
You've gotten the Field's Gift both times, so I'm not. That's not coming up anytime soon. Let's see here.
So you think you
There's
CV
no.
first, right? So you have.
Yeah. Yep. And then let's see here. So I think I go ahead and whisk,
Okay. Yeah.
and now I fool first in case I get some of the discards, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely flew first.
Okay, trash a card from my hand. I don't need that. You may, so I can just ignore that.
Well, what are you
Yeah. So,
forging here?
I was thinking I would forge Lucky Coin, a state into, and 2 coppers into gold.
Okay. I mean, another line would be to kill the coppers, the gold, and the estate into a province and
Province.
buy like an enclave or something. But
hmm
and then you would actually want to flame the lucky coin, right? So it's a question of do you want that line or not?
Why would I want to play the Lucky Coin?
Flame the lucky coin.
Oh, flame the Lucky Coin.
If you're killing gold and
Oh
estate.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So if that's the line you prefer, then flame is actually relevant.
Okay. Yeah, I like
I
that
mean, I'm
actually.
not saying you should. Again, I'm just
No,
giving lines that I see.
I mean I like it. I like it. Okay.
Okay.
So forge. Um, that's good because I can't buy actions that turn. So.
I mean, yeah, and obviously it's better to buy Enclave than Province there, because Provinces are really, really bad in your deck in comparison to gold. So.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll whiz first. Save us, fool. That's a pretty good fool. Alright, come on, CV. I have more than enough of you. I just said I have more than enough of you. Why is this not listening? Come on. Hey, was that so hard? Um, yeah, I should forge as well. To CV first. Okay. Wow. I guess I'm getting more. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, militia really doesn't do anything, right? These also don't do anything. Oh, do I want to?
I don't know. Library is pretty darn good with. Well, you are
No,
never mind.
I have CVs.
It's yeah,
I mean, I
CVs.
could buy the
I was doing.
GM, but honestly, I think Enclave is better. GM isn't that exciting here. I mean, it's buy, but also played the carpenter one undo. So, you know, those are
Oh,
reasons.
I should. That was the wrong order. Dang.
I actually think
I
I
just
keep the
realized it.
silver
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Okay, you should
Yeah.
undo that.
I mean, it's an information undo, right? So that's why I wouldn't have asked for it,
Why is it
honestly.
an information
Um,
undo? What, do you see what
because
I
you just you,
discard? Oh
you
man, this is like.
that's. I mean, we're trying to follow the rules, so.
Okay, for like this information stuff of undos, it's complete nonsense anyway. It's such a horrible criteria. So yeah,
I don't think I buy any leaves.
no. I mean, you could buy Oasis because it's nice with CV. I think it's worth it, honestly. Right? Because you're gonna have green cards, and then you can Oasis them, and then your CV draws more, and they're not
Okay.
never like stuck in your deck forever.
Okay. Okay. So let's see here. What are we forging? Um, am I forging this turn? I could forge
Well, there's no
two
reason not
coppers
to
into a
forge the
copper.
coppers, at least. I mean, you could also just forge 2 coppers in a province into a province. Then you
Do I
actually
want to
trash
mill?
2 coppers. What, you
Do I
trash an
want?
extra copper, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to regain a copper.
But do I want to mill at this point? I feel like I'm maybe slightly ahead, but I don't know.
I mean, what else are you doing if you're not milling? This isn't about if you want to load a
Oh,
province. This is about if I
no,
want to trash 2 coppers or not.
okay. Yeah, and there's no plus bottom for it. I mean, like you get once every 3 or 4 turns, right? You'll get sealed, maybe. So I think
Well,
that's
by
fine.
market, but yeah. The market is sort of like plus buy.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like. Oh, miserable. Okay, and then enclave.
Yeah, Enclave for province. Do prefer Enclave still though. Yikes. Guess we do this now. Crossroads doesn't excite me either. Alright, can I get my forge?
Discard down this first. So I think I keep the guide and the cursed village, and I have multiple black markets, so I keep the full.
Yeah, okay. It's fine. Okay. I need more black markets. Horn. Well. Is it even better than Festival? Because Festival actually allows me to buy 2 provinces without
Mm-hmm.
losing
So
anything. Yeah,
uh,
wow, this is a passing up on. I mean, it's also night village, which is nice.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, province is so bad in my hand. I think I'm enclaving rather.
So next I think is full.
Yeah. I don't think the forge is great, right?
Not yet, yeah. Let's see here. So let's do forest first, and then let's get
Yeah.
discard the treasures because I'm likely to draw everything this time around. Well, no, because the black market. So discard, unless like discard militia forge,
Yeah, I think you just got Militia Forge because the treasures actually aren't stock, right? They're only there for the first.
and then don't actually.
Yeah.
And Chris Village. Uh, oh, I think Wisp before black market.
This is incredibly marginal, which is it ever drawing anyway?
Uh,
I'm not
I'm
even
just thinking
sure.
if I draw another treasure, well, I guess it's not going to matter because I mean, like, what
I
am I
mean,
going to
yeah, you
get?
should
Like,
play Wisp first because you could find another treasure, right? I'm just saying
okay,
the
so
Wisp itself is just never drawing anyway. So,
yeah, so now black market.
yeah. Huh.
Hmm, I don't think. Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure I
Throne
don't.
is good, right?
It's good, but what's it doing for me?
But
Like, I
Throwing
don't
Black
really.
Margats
Okay.
or Forgers if you want to mill on your last turn more. Like, it's not really
Mm,
expensive. It's not like you have to spend a buy for it, right? It's just
yeah,
$4.
so draw. Um, Another black market first. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fortress is
Um,
pretty good.
Fortress of Storage. Yeah.
I mean,
Although
it's not like the
city draws
forecasts are
too, but
great.
yeah, true.
I mean,
Um,
you can kill your militia in Fortress, which is the main thing I want to do with this Fortress. So,
okay. Village, and then Oasis next.
sure. Why not?
And I'm probably still getting back to it, so I'll just discard Province.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Do you want to mill a province and get a province and buy a province here? Like, what's your plan this turn? Because if you just want to mill, you toss Forge or Fortress. I guess it doesn't really matter what you toss, but you could just Forge
Hmm.
Copper Provinces, I'm thinking. If you don't Forge first, you
Okay.
actually don't draw at all, right? So you actually have to Forge first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the CV only
I
draws
draw
two.
one.
No, the CV draws two, because you just got
Yeah,
one before this. But
yeah. And I'm not deck tracking enough to know what's
oh,
down
it's
there.
like I guess it doesn't matter because you kill the fortress and then you play the fortress. So I guess it doesn't actually
So
matter
it
what you discard there.
still
But
draws off more cards. Yeah, or it's all three
okay,
cards.
yeah, sure, whatever. So this doesn't matter. I would
No, it's fine.
usually, yeah,
I needed to talk it out. So if you didn't, I would have had to do that.
but yeah, this is completely irrelevant. Well, actually,
Um,
actually, 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 we were wrong. It's not irrelevant because the thing is, you want to kill. You don't want to play the fortress before you forge, right? But then you had 2 cards in the discard. Because you kill the fortress, well, you trash the fortress with militia into province, and now there are 2 provinces in the discard. But I guess you don't have to play the fortress, you can just leave the provinces there, except you probably want to mill a card. So now we're back at where it actually matters.
so
Because,
what you're saying is to discard what? Because I missed part of what you said there. Like you were going pretty quick.
I mean, I think you want to Like you can toss the forge or the fortress. Like I just think you want to forge before the CV because
So
otherwise
you
you're not.
can draw another province and mill again.
Well, so you don't have to top deck a province because right now you're top decking a province. Like you play out the line and then you can see it yourself. Then I don't have to like explain it from here. Like play how you would
Okay.
usually play right now. What would you normally do? Like I guess you play CV now, right? Or would you forge right now? Like what
Well,
would you
that's a good
forge?
point. Yeah, so CV, and then you draw. I'll draw the militia, and then I can. Let's think here. Hmm. So I could forge two. Well, okay, so um, I could forge a throne room and fortress, but I don't think you want to do that after just buying it, right? Because if the goal is to mill provinces, which
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's the idea, right?
Okay,
Stay
so
ahead. So
you see this game, say this is good enough for me. Now undo before the Oasis in this card. Something else. Just to see the difference. So I
mhm.
don't have to like try and
Sure, sure.
it's just easy in this case. Like let's discard I don't know, let's say Forge or Fortress, I don't care. One of the two. And now
Okay.
let's kill Copper Province into Province now. And then play CV.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's
So
very
and
nice.
now you can throw in the Forge, killing Fortress Militia into Province, milling a province, buying a province. And at that point I think that's much better.
Yes.
Because I can't win, right? At least I don't think I can win.
And then not play the forge
No, you don't
in
want to top
action.
deck.
So I go ahead. What? Buy province.
I mean, it's safe, right? I can't beat it. I need what double province star cheat. It's very hard. If you're really worried, I guess you could do province estate because that fends off that threat. 23. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I mean, you could also just not province. You could also
Like
just road network and
or enclave.
yeah, I guess I'll enclave.
So if they're really safe enclave, I don't think you would want me to get a state. Like
No,
you can
I
rely.
just, it's not clear to me that this is better because a draw would have been nice for road network, but to some degree, obviously, the CV doesn't make it all that
Oh,
hard.
I see. So that yeah, I think it's okay to skip road network because of CV. And if that's the
Yeah,
case,
okay.
then if I'm really looking to,
I
I
mean, I
think
guess you just buy a non-card like Harbinger here, or maybe you
yeah,
can get another black market. Like,
yeah, no Harbinger's fine.
yeah, this is not good. I don't want to play Militia, but I also need to get it out of my hand.
All right, so I have Harbinger in hand, Curse Village, so keep those two and probably discard Forge Silver.
Yeah, seems fine. Man, this is annoying. Where are my black markets? Yeah, well, too little, too late. Guess I'm doing this and hoping you can't get there. I can't beat it anyway.
I totally forgot about Guide. Um,
Does it change
uh,
anything? Like,
no, well, I think it definitely deters me even more from buying Road Network because then I don't
okay,
have to
yeah, but
worry about
like,
a turn.
it doesn't change your
Um,
toss, and you're not gonna call it here, right? Like,
no, because I have Curse Village hand, so I
you're
lost
probably
in the
tossing the
woods.
wisp or the.
So starting with yep, plus
Okay,
right. Okay, well, okay. So now Curse Village,
yeah,
and then Harbinger to
yes.
get Wisp to draw more.
Well,
I would think.
or you can top deck Forge if you draw a single coin, you win the game. That's a coin.
That's the one. So top deck Forge. and then I can discard whatever other card that I draw with Oasis, right?
Well,
Or
you
with
draw the forge.
I can just.
You obviously
Well, I
draw
mean,
the
I can.
forge. You
Yeah, yeah.
discard the fortress. That's the only viable. I
Oh
guess you
yeah,
can
yeah,
also
yeah.
play the
Oh,
whole fortress first and then discard whatever the
yeah.
Oasis then
No,
draws. Sure.
that was what was
Yeah,
in my
I
head.
got
Yeah.
I got
So
that now. Okay, yeah, sure.
okay.
Yeah, the I mean, Fortress, like, this was about speeding up the game when you had a lead, right? So I think it was a
Hmm.
good example
Hmm.
of punishing more of a slower approach by just milling a lot. But yeah, the Oasis Discord actually makes a huge difference, which it isn't obvious at first. At first, you're like, well, I'm gonna draw everything anyway, but
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I would have bought Oasis there on that black market buy.
Well, I'm not just talking about the buy, but the play. The discard of
The,
it was
the draw itself on the last turn, yeah.
the discard of it is actually and ended up being quite relevant, which
Hmm.
was not very obvious to me. All right, so I want to take a 10-minute break, and then we can either resume or we can stop if you want to stop. Up to you.
I think I want to stop. I was going to say just one more for me. So,
All right,
yeah, we'll
sure,
stop and then maybe do this again. Really appreciate it.
sure, no problem. All right, well, thanks for playing then, and see you around.
See you.